In all our previous videos, we assumed that any process on the target machine can initiate a session to the internet without any restriction. Now, in many enterprise networks, they don't rely on the built-in Windows firewall. Instead, they use an advanced host-based firewall to limit what a process can initiate a session to the internet, just like how the access lists work. So for instance, let's assume that the system administrator has allowed only some business needed process to access the internet. For example, let's say that he allowed the Windows update and the antivirus update as well as the most common browsers like Chrome.exe and iExplorer.exe and the Firefox. So all of these processes are only allowed to reach out the internet. Any other process will be blocked. By implementing such a policy, our backdoor has no chance to survive, since it won't be listed in the administrator list by default, and eventually we don't get any shell back to the attacker machine. However, if we find a way somehow to control the Internet Explorer in our behalf using our Python script and then force it to connect to our Kali HTTP server in the background and transfer commands back and forth, then we can bypass the host-based firewall policy here. Microsoft offers Component Object Model, or COM for short, to enable inter-process communication and programmatically create an object to control and automate multiple Microsoft products like Outlook, Internet Explorer, or Microsoft Word or Excel. The Internet Explorer is built-in browser in all Windows versions, so it should be available all the time in our target, and usually whitelisted to security administrator, as it considered a backup browser in case other browsers has failed. Another side benefit for making the Internet Explorer initiates the connection on our behalf is if the target was using an internal proxy before connecting to the internet, then you don't worry about knowing the proxy information, as the Internet Explorer will take care of this on our behalf. Okay, so what we're gonna do here exactly is we will assume that the host-based firewall only allows some process like antivirus, Firefox, Internet Explorer, or Windows Update, and nothing else. In response to this, in our Python script, we will define a COM object to control the Internet Explorer. Then we will make the Internet Explorer navigate to our HTTP server, which is located on the Kali machine, and get the command to execute it. Let me just write down get method here. Okay, so once we get the command that we will execute, we will initiate a sub-process. Okay, so we retrieve the command to exe, then using the COM object we will take it back using our Python script, and we will initiate the cmd.exe as a sub-process, and the result for that command one more time again using the COM object we will pass it to Internet Explorer and then post it to the to our website which is located on the Kali machine here. If you remember, this technique is very similar to our previous HTTP reverse shell, but the key difference here that we use the Internet Explorer as our web client instead of using requests library as we did earlier. The end result, from the host-based firewall perspective, the Python script did not initiate any session to the outside world. It was the Internet Explorer. Now, before moving to the next video, I recommend to review our previous HTTP reverse shell, which we discussed in module number 2. And if you have some extra time, you may need to read about the COM protocol. Thank you very much for watching.